Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back in the car with Chris. So you've probably already guessed what this video is about. We've been working all day and I am just about to jump on that train again and head to Wolverhampton to pick up, what one am I bringing back? The Vito, yes. Yeah. So there is another really large van after the Vito I've got to collect, but the Vito is going to be the van of choice today. So Chris is he's going through the lanes, going to get me to the train station. I've got, what am I getting, 26 minutes past? 16 minutes past train. So he's going to head me to the train station, but guys, I have done it at home. I will include it now. Just before we do get there, I did a car vertical to check it. So I'll include that now and we'll pick up as soon as we get there. So I've punched a reg into car vertical, guys, and unfortunately, this one has come straight up with an issue with the mileage. It's not reported stolen. The mileage of this vehicle may have been tampered. No accidents, no private hire. We'll scroll a little bit further down to see a bit more in depth on that. So I've scrolled a little bit further down to the mileage graph on this one, guys. And you can see on the 10th, 2017, it took a dip in the mileage. The 4th, 2017, it had done 62. This actually looks very, very unusual. That van is a 2014. So its first MOT would have been 2017. So I'm not even sure why it says 16 miles there in 2014. And then the 4th, 2017, it was 62,000 miles. And then a dip on the 10th, 2017, which was only 6 months later to 43. And then on the 4th, 2018, up to 73,000 miles. So bit of an issue there. Odometer may be altered, problem found. So we'll have to look into a bit more of that. Again, it could be something as simple as an MOT station error, and that's why it's been corrected. But why would it be corrected 6 months apart? So definitely something that we need to look into. If I scroll a little bit further down, this is all of the countries that this check was performed in. So it does check it across the board from all of these countries. Also a little bit further down on this check, it does have there all your specs and equipment that comes with those cars, and a 9-piece handy checklist here to go through when you're purchasing your vehicle. So number 2 there, beware of head gasket failure, pay attention when the engine is cold, check all the fluid levels under the bonnet, check the colour of the exhaust smoke, etc, etc. Very, very handy. Guys, if you want to benefit from a 10% discount on this check, use the code SRUK on checkout or use the link in the description or the pinned comment. I want to thank Car Vertical once again for the continued support on the channel. Right, let's go and buy this van. So nearly 8 o'clock at night, guys, we're back again. Just got off the train, John's picked me up, and this is going to be the van of choice this evening to drive. Luckily, there is only one more after this. Well, he just said possibly another one, so we'll see how we get on, but apparently this one's on the button and it drives really nice. So let's jump in it. It's actually the next morning, guys. I went straight home in it last night and then thought I'd just come back here in the morning. It was pretty late. I did have another good run back though, actually. Not a lot of traffic at all. Here comes Chris now. But overall, another quite nice van. Morning, mate. You all right?
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah. It was a good run back, yeah. Yeah, no traffic. And my sat-nav brought me round the other way, so obviously the M62 was shut. Right. I come M42, M40 again.
We'll see it on the drive, like.
It's all right, but can you notice that? I bet you can straight away. Let me just show that, Chris.
It's touching, isn't it?
It's touching. There's a big gap there. A wind noise all the way home, yeah. And look.
It's got no check strap on it, mate.
No? Oh, no, it hasn't.
Broke as well, look.
Oh, yeah, it is snapped out the A-post.
Yeah, look.
Oh, someone's had a bodge here, isn't they?
Well, wind's caught that, hasn't it? Ripped that off. He's gone round and bent both them hinges forward.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, yeah, I can see it moving.
Yeah. We'll take the door off and weld it up.
Check strap.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark ain't.
They'd be snapped anyway, probably.
Mark ain't gonna have one of them. Mind you, go Spa Shats.
Mercedes dealer, Spot.
They should have one, shouldn't they?
Bus, they'll have that.
Look at that. Really, I should have chucked something over that. It's only where it's only where it's been sitting, but it was quite smelly. It's, you know, it's quite smelly. Little bit of rubbish. A Wolverhampton moth just flew out then. Did you see it when I opened the door? Oh, it's got twin side loaders. I didn't even realise. Let's walk right round it. Oh, hello. I wondered where that door went. It's got the single door. I've got to be careful walking around this side. We've got some more cars over there. Would you mind shutting that side loading door? Sorry. So yeah, we'll shut that, guys. This side's quite nice and tidy, but you can see what the door gap should be like. But got a couple of little marks round it, but all round a really good van. Should we just get cracking with it? Get that A-post sorted out, get it in the workshop, yeah? And I'll fly around Spa Shats, see if I can pick up a tech strap, because this one's not going to want a lot, is it?
Well, it doesn't look like it.
Let's get to it.
So, I've removed the cover from the bottom of the A-post there. And sitting inside the A-post is a broken check strap and bent. So Rob's gone off to see if he can get one of those from the local Mercedes dealer. And while he's out, I'm going to see if I can bend that door back without removing it. And I've bent that up. I don't know if you can see that. The square bar. And I'm going to hold that and jam that in the hinge as I shut the door, and hopefully it will bend them hinges back in place. And then all I've got to do is remove those washers and weld that top hinge where it's cracked. Let's see if that works. Well, you can see there that's not touching now, but it does need to go back a little bit further yet. So I'll give that another tweak and hopefully that'll do. It's quite difficult to get the camera in an angle where you can see what I'm doing, but hopefully I'll run around the other side. You might be able to see that. I don't know how well that shows up now, but you can see the wing to door gap is spot on now, and the door nowhere near touching. We're back on the latch. You walk around the other side, exactly the same gaps. So I'll get set up, weld that up. May need a little bit more adjustment after it's welded, because it tends to tighten it up even more when you weld it, so we'll see what happens.
So Chris pulls it off again, guys. Would you call that dodgy, Chris? A bodge?
Well, yeah.
A little bit of a bodge. Packers. There was a lot of washers in there, and as you can see now, Chris has removed them, got the hinge straight, and put a dobber weld on there, and it has made all the difference. Do you want to shut that, mate? Absolutely perfect. And not only is the gap perfect there, it's lovely across there, and it's all nice across there as well. So also, when we was doing the crafter, was it?
It was, yeah.
So quite a lot of you that do follow us, guys, you will remember we did a crafter, and we had this same problem with it. We ordered a gear stick for it, gear knob, and by the time it arrived, the crafter was actually gone. It was in its new home in Ireland.
It was.
But it did arrive, and nice brand new gear knob for it. So what's the plan, mate? We get this fitted, you're going to puff that in. I've booked this in for an MOT.
When's that for?
1 o'clock. So should we clean it first or MOT it first? We're cutting it fine, aren't we?
MOT it first.
We'll MOT it, so
then we got time to, you know,
do any little jobs on it. So Chris is going to do that. While he's doing that, I'm going to get this gear knob fitted, and we're going to really just prep it for an MOT, remove that flour, just go right round it, check all the tyres, light bulbs, all the usual stuff that we do. Will be nice to get an MOT on it. Let's get on. Actually went really well, guys. I think you can get a bit of a feel for a car or a van when you're driving it, and I did drive this one 200 miles, and I did say to Chris it does drive really nice apart from that wind noise. So I took it for an MOT. It's gone straight through, no advisories at all, but he did say to me it's in the very, very near future it's going to want a couple of tyres on the front of it. So I thought, we're over here anyway, let's just head to A2. We're going to sell this to someone. Let's just go and get 2 nice new tyres fitted on it. Back from MOT, guys. Just thought I'd pop back, show Chris. Have the bits turned up?
Not yet, mate.
What we got to do? Wash it?
Wash it,
Serve, oil change,
filters.
And they ain't arrived. Should I go and wash it now?
Might as well.
I should have done that, shouldn't I, instead of heading back. So guys, I said it went straight through the MOT, and what I've done was I went straight down A2. I didn't film it there because we actually done it the other day, but you can see I've had 2 brand new tyres fitted on it. Sorry, it's a bit of wind noise there. 2 nice new tyres. He did say they're an MOT pass, there wasn't even an advisory, but they was looking really low, so it's done there, isn't it? We'll pop down, get it all washed, and then we'll come back and we'll do the service on it then. But apart from that, drives really nice, and drives even nicer now it's got those tyres on it. Clever dog, very clever dog. knows exactly the size of that hole to push it out of. You do it. All we got to do now, guys, is the service on it. Got all the bits, they're sitting inside it. I've just been round, picked them up. We've been waiting for a while. Now, if you was to go mad on this van, it could, you mop it up, you'd get it a bit nicer, and the wheels could do with painting. Apart from that, open that door your side, Chris, side loader. Notice anything?
A bit of junk.
No, how wet it is in the corners.
Right.
And that's what's, yeah. It's had a roof rack in it.
I see.
And they haven't bunged any of the holes. Right, see that one there?
Yeah.
On that side, it's running straight down onto the seat belt.
So it's either bung them or put bolts in them.
Yeah, I think probably. Yeah, someone's drilled them, haven't they?
They're going to want a bit of sealer and bolts in them.
They are, yeah, because that's got a little rusty patch around that. Yeah. So we'll treat that as well. But for the most part, what a lovely van it has turned out to be. Very, very clean and tidy. Looks all right in there, doesn't it? It does want the seat washing, but all the dashboard has all come up lovely. All the clocks have all come up lovely. I don't know why I said this had done 95,000. It hasn't. No, it's done 105.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, but got years MOT for it there. Got the logbook for it. What we got to do, swap that gear knob over and service it and do them bungs.
Holes in the roof, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is a shame not to do them, but
stop.
Where do you stop with it exactly? All these little, that's a watermark, but these here, Chris, they'll come off with a bit of thinners, wouldn't they? We'll probably do that. We're going to put it inside and do the service on it.
Yeah, that's it.
Not a bad bit of work on this van. Actually, very, very easy. Definitely one of the lesser jobs we've had to do on a van. Now, I did do a bit of research into that MOT history that was on the car vertical, and it actually looks okay on the MOT history. So it's obviously been rectified at some point. So that was nice to know that there is a mistake. It was also nice to know that there had previously been one. Chris is just going around now doing the rubber bungs, putting them, filling in all of those holes, because where I had that washed, it actually got me a little bit wet. The top of the seatbelt got wet, and that's obviously what caused that bit of mould in there as well, where the moisture's got in there and it's got damp. But what's the plan? What's next with this, Chris? There's nothing else to do after that, is there?
I think that's it. Yeah, crunch the numbers, mate.
So we're going to crunch the numbers on this one. I think the sooner we get that done, the sooner we can get it on Instagram for sale. But very nice for a 2014.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You've got to fit the gear knob, yeah.
We have got to fit the gear knob. And the servicing. I do just want to quickly mention that, because you probably have never noticed this, and it's probably irrelevant, but I'm going to say it anyway. Chris always says to me, Rob, you fill them up with oil, you got the steady hand. But what I am going to say is, someone told me years and years and years ago when I was doing my apprenticeship, with an oil can, so all those oil cans, when you are filling up, if you haven't got a funnel, turn the oil can sideways. It stops that, what's the word for it, Chris? The gulping, where it just pours out really fast and then slow. Tip the can sideways and it eliminates that completely. Right, let's sit down and crunch the numbers. You'll have to excuse a bit of noise in the background, guys. Chris being a bit inconsiderate there. I'm only joking, mate. Time is money, yeah. He's just working on the door there in the background. The Vito van. We're going to do the numbers. We're going to get it out on Instagram soon as we can for sale. So purchase price, we've worked it out with the train fare, getting it home, etc, etc, etc. £3,500. Another bargain, but we did end up buying a lot of stuff off of the guy. Fuel, £40. Oh, sorry, the train fare is on here, so Chris worked it out a bit different to me. Train, £54. Tyres, 120, just had put on the front of it. MOT, £40. We used GSF today for the service parts because I run Cat Components, who we've used on the last van, and there was a £19 difference. So we went for oil filter and air filter, only because the diesel filter on it is brand new, you can see it is, and that was £70. Check strap, believe it or not, main dealer part, £25.96p, so 26 quid. And a valet, £20. We got a total of £3,870. And we are actually going to put that van up. I've just looked on eBay, found one on there, exactly the same with a few more miles, and it's on there for £7,495. We are going to ask £6,500 for that van, which is going to give us a pre-tax profit of £2,630. So winner, chicken dinner again. We're happy with that, Chris, right?
We are indeed.
We don't normally earn that much out of a salvage vehicle, do we? So it was.
Well, that was all a gamble, wasn't it?
They was all a gamble.
We could have done our money.
We could have, and to be fair, it's a bloody long journey.
Yeah.
That train journey up there is more painful than the drive home, but yeah, we
must have offered more than anyone else for them vans.
Yeah, definitely, because we got them. Yeah, obviously we did mention they was in probate and you had to leave a bid, so we left a bid, and obviously, like Chris just said in the background there, we obviously bid the most money for them. So that is going to be the end of today's video on the Mercedes Vito. Keep your eyes peeled, it will be on Instagram very, very soon. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit that thumbs up. We really do appreciate it, and of course, it shows your appreciation. If you haven't followed us already, follow us on Instagram for some little sneak peeks and the vehicles that we complete at Salvage Rebuilds. Check out the merchandise, the link is in the description. Like, subscribe and share on all your social networking sites, and we'll see you very, very soon in the next one.